Hello, 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 hello. Checking audio. I don't think I sound that bad. Anyways, I'm not dead. Shocker, I know. Amazing, I know. I'm back playing a game I've been wanting to stream for a while. All previous streams forgotten. This is the game I'm going to be showing off for a while because I really like it. You're probably also wondering why my mic quality is shit, if it is shit. I think I sound somewhat okay, I was just checking. My computer has issues, just to put it simply. Nothing more than that. Anyways, so this, for the uninitiated, there's no one in the stream right now, so this is for the VOD if anyone ever watches this back. This is Warhammer 40k Rouge Trader. What's Warhammer 40k? Oh, hi, Nit! Yeah, I'm alive! Shocker. I know. But yeah, this is Warhammer 40k Rouge Trader. Rouge Trader is a game which came out, I think, was it this year or last year? I actually struggled to recall when it exactly came out. But it was made by Owlcat Games, and this is the very first ever Warhammer CRPG. And it's really fucking good, and I really like it, and I really want to stream it because it's a good game. So, this is going to be the new series on the channel. Be prepared. Warhammer is a setting I'm very passionate about. Oh yeah, that is fair, Nick, that's fair. Me too, so I'm not going to complain about hiatus, yeah. But yeah, I'm very passionate about Warhammer. I fucking love Warhammer so much. So, you will hear me gush about, like, absolute cool things I see in this game, because I just love this setting. And you are going to hear me not shutting up about it. So, without further ado, let's press the new game button. So, currently, there's only one scenario available. The fact that they have this as a screen makes me think they're going to do other scenarios in the future, which sounds cool. But for the time being, we have the main story. We're going to play the game on normal, as, like, the other difficulties are pretty fucking brutal. And the normal difficulty can be pretty hard, like, enough as it is. If I ever think the game's too easy, I might move it up, but I don't think this game can be pretty brutal at times. So you'll see in good time. So yeah, we're going for normal. So next up is making your character. Now the game gives you a couple of preset choices here, but I'm not going to pick any of these three. You got and so I'm going to be making a custom character. And I already know what build I'm going for, because there's a lot of ways you can build your character. And I like this portrait, I think it looks very cool, for the wall of being a rogue trader. What a rogue trader is, I will explain that as we go. So we're going to go for that, and the game will then basically just make the character for you based on the portrait you picked. You can alter it, but honestly it doesn't really matter, so I'll just go for what the game gave me. So I have a bit of a cough right now. It's not as bad as it was.
New challenge. Time to reap the spoils.
That's my favorite voice. I'm going to go for Pragmatic Mount. So, next we pick our character's homeworld, where our character was born. This actually gives you like a different, these give you like different starting stats and different abilities, depending. So it actually has some impact a little bit on gameplay, so read through them, but I'm going to go for Imperial World because that gives me humanity's finest. And I'm going to take the bonus to Fellowship. Next up is picking your character's origin, which is actually also kind of important. Your origin, while it won't have too much effect on the story, there will be certain parts where people will interact with you differently depending on what your character's origin is. And each origin comes with their own own ability, which is unique just to the origin. Only commissars have at all costs. Only crime lords have surefire plan. only Minister and priests have war hymn, and so forth and so forth. I do like how the noble is just you serve me, because there's a pause there. I quite like that. And then we have a Sanction Psyker. Sanction Psyker is probably the most unique one, because the Sanction Psyker gives you like a fuck ton of abilities, but it also allows you, because you're basically a wizard if you take the Sanction Psyker. I don't think I will be taking Sanction Psyker. It's actually a good point, actually, because the last time I went for the game, I went as a Commissar, and I really liked the Commissar, and I was thinking of just doing it again for the stream, but being a Sanctioned Psyker might be a bit fun. Like, I could be a wizard Harry, but, however, you can actually become a Psyker through leveling up. There was an option you can take later on down the game. You can take something called a Psychic Awakening, which will give you psychic powers, and you actually then call an unsanctioned Psyker, which works a little differently. So it depends. But for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to go for Commissar. Mostly because Commissars are fun, because in lore, Commissars they are like the discipline masters of Imperial armies. And they have full right to shoot people if they're not doing as they're told. Which they do quite often. So I'm going to take the helmet off though, because I prefer to have my character's hair on face on display. Now here's your triumph. This, again, I'm going to take Illustrated Glory. Your name has become synonymous for loyalty, valor, and your visitors has adorned many Imperial Guard propaganda posters. Okay, next is picking your class. This, again, very important. As the basically the game works in a way of like base classes of either warrior, officer, operative, or soldier, which you're then able to advance one of the advanced classes at level 16, and then level 36 you become an exemplar of what you picked previously. I am going to go for the warrior class. That will give me access to a lot of fun melee, and believe me, melee is fun in the Warhammer setting. You get a lot of fun options. So I'm going to go for the warrior. So I'll be hitting things with big stick. Now I'm going to allocate my points. Pretty simple, this fella. I want some points at willpower, my toughness. Sounds good. Okay, and now you get to pick your ship type. This doesn't have much bearing on gameplay, it's just how you want your ship to look. I like this look, personally. So that's what I'm going to go for. It's the classic Imperial style Warhammer ship design, which I've just always liked. Though, the Falchion class does look very nice as well. It does look nice. I don't know, maybe I'll take the Falchion this time, because the last few times I took this. You know what, I'll mix it up. I'll take the Falchion. And I actually get to name it. So I'm going to randomize a name. Oh, I like that. I like that, actually. Victor Moribus. Sure, fuck it, I'll take that. You get to it gives you some lore accurate names. So there's 3 people are watching, but chat is very quiet. Anyways, now I'm just gonna name my character. I guess I'll give him like a, let's think here. I could just call him Alfred King. I don't know, it sounds a bit basic. Then again, it might fit actually the what. You know what? Fuck it, sure. I'll just call him Alfred King. Glorious. So yeah, this is my character, Alfred King. Got the beard, so that makes sense. So you're having dinner watch? That's fine, Nick. No, it's okay. I was just wondering if if anyone's still here. Anyways, we're gonna begin. Logan's complete. Now, this game has some pretty fucking cool set pieces, such as just the atmosphere in general. The atmosphere in Warhammer is very fucking cool. It's got this very like gothic setting, and it looks really cool. Sorry if my mic picks up any of the audio. Again, I'm not playing this on what I traditionally would play it on. There I am.
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
So here we have our first character here. This game works very much by text. You'll be seeing the text corners that the game also describes what the man's doing, but only the voice actor only speaks what he says. For example, it says the man who was supposed she was gazing down to the depths of the vast temples on one of the lower decks. So yeah, you also can. The game also has a full glossary which you can click on to tell you things about what. Little lore tidbits like this. The Emperor of Mankind, praise be, the guide, the ruler, and the high power to which humanity offers prayers for an aid and deliverance. Most would be driven mad with despair if they knew the truth. Yeah. Truly an awe-inspiring sight, I shall say.
That is the purpose of all temples to the God Emperor. To inspire awe and reverence. For it is the duty of his servants to persevere in their tireless service until they are presented with the chance to give their very life for the master of humanity.
Damn right, we've got to give our lives for the master of humanity.
Allow me to introduce myself. Conrad Voigtveer, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship Rogue Trader Theodora von Valencias. At your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
Divisional Commissar of the Officio Prefectus Alfred King Xanafor. I guess I'm
My regards, Commissar. Finding you was a difficult task given your parents' fate and your upbringing in the Schola Progenium. Truly our meeting is an act of providence, is it not? I will be frank with you. You may forget your past titles, no matter who gave them to you, or what their origins are. From the moment you and the other candidate were brought aboard this void ship, your fate changed. You now serve Lord Captain Theodora von Valencias, and carry the burden of an heir of this house. Henceforth, you share your dynastic name with Her Ladyship. Bear it with honor.
Lord Captain, a strange title for Lady Fedora.
Such are the traditions of the Imperium. Lord Captain is the title that was established in the annals of the Lex Imperialis at the time when the first rogue traders entered the God Emperor's service. And therefore, it is sacrosanct.
Why am I aboard this vessel? Why have I been brought here?
So that you may fulfill your blood duty. Whatever obligations you had before, they are henceforth null and void. By order of the Lord Captain, you have been requisitioned to serve the Rogue Trader, indeed blessed by the God Emperor. I see that you are shocked. Yes, you understood correctly. Lady Theodora's authority indeed supersedes that of those whom you obeyed before. The Lord Captain's power is so great that she is capable of performing unthinkable feats, such as changing the fate of a servant of the Imperium. Your fate.
You have a curious title, Master of Whispers. What are your responsibilities?
To put it plainly, I am the head of the network of spies and informers who serve the interests of House von Valancius. I uncover weak links both among Lady Theodora's retinue and in the ranks of her rivals. I eliminate our vulnerabilities and exploit those of others.
Tell me about the one whose ship I found myself.
I would rather not discuss the Lord Captain behind her back, especially not on board her ship. No one knows better than I that whispers are wont to attract particularly close attention. Suffice it to say that her ladyship is the bearer of the sacred warrant of trade and a woman of immense power and entitlement. However privileged your position may be, I ask that you do not incur her anger by being disrespectful or obtuse. Lady Theodora despises both qualities.
You say I'm one of the Rogue Trader's heirs, so there's another candidate.
There is. And you will meet him soon enough.
I assume you had some goal in mind when you decided to seek me out. Let us address it.
But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far. The Lord Captain and Master Ethelred von Valancius are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
Is there money to be made?
Real quick. Just gonna... The one little thing about my character real quick. Just want to go... Let's see here. Infantry. There we go. Alfred settings. Just gonna take off the hat.
Rise to the top. Left in the dust.
Prefer him without the hat. No, go on. As you can see, the Imperium only has its officers, I know, in the finest of drip.
Keep your wits about you.
You there, let him cross.
I always keep my options open.
And game saved, just taking a little bit of time. There we go.
One of the von Valancius trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your...
Lehman was tag, I love it already. Fucking love the Lehman Ross. Nope.
What's happening?
Servitors are glitching.
Run! The servitors have gone berserk!
They do that sometimes. Stab. But if you don't know what servitors are, they are lobotomized people. They are criminals that the Imperium... I'll explain them in a bit more detail after we kill the rogue one here. Stab. Stab. The Valencia kills me. It's Valancius. It's von Valancius.
On it.
Bang. Shoot her! You did 0 fucking damage. You missed completely. You fucking donkey.
I'll make it happen.
Sadly, my melee-oriented character does not have a melee weapon yet, so I'm not doing much melee.
I'll see to it personally.
Bang.
It's
Reload.
as good as done.
Oh no, it's going for Cunwood. He's fine.
For the glory of the Imperium.
I prefer to think that is Valencia. They like to burn stuff. Works in a Warhammer setting.
What suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the Rouge Trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan.
We can hope. Oh, here they are, fucking guardsmen. Show up. Give him one of your las guns.
I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Yeah, just, ignore the corpses. It's perfectly normal. Oh, Lehman Russ. The Lehman Russ battle tank, reclaimed and restored by the grace of the God Emperor, the first to breach the capital walls during the pacification of Vortis Hoton. I'm not even gonna fucking try and pronounce that. Fucking love a Lehman Russ tank. I don't play in. By the way, I play the tabletop of Warhammer, so I build and paint the models. I don't play God, but fuck me, I'd love to build like a Lehman Russ. Like one of these days, I think I'd just like to buy a Lehman Russ to have it.
That is simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad?
Your first impression of Edelfard, who appears to be about 30 years old, is of parchment-like skin and stretched over a tight bundled mass of sinew, implants, and bone. The nervously twitching fingers, the face traced by a slight tic, and the jerky movements are all signs of some illness or defect that is taking over his physical form. In stark contrast to Edelfard, Theodora von Valancia's features appear as if they were carved from marble, eternal and indestructible. Head raised high, proud posture, hands clasped casually behind her back. Everything seems to emphasize the difference in status between her and Edelfard. Behind the two of them, you see two men. One is a grey-haired officer of impeccable bearing who is studying the contents of his data slate. The other is a behemoth of bristling The other is a behemoth bristling with holsters and baldricks containing all manner of weapons.
Our second candidate has joined us. Approach and give me your answer. Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure?
I'll say this, I think she'll like this.
Yes. Now I see the blood of the dynasty in your veins. Greed disguised as pride and vanity. What say you to that, Edelthrad? There is an answer that is quite different from yours, isn't it?
Perhaps I have not yet acquainted myself with all the intricacies of serving on the frontier. but my loyalty to the God Emperor forbids even a shadow of such thoughts. Heresy, whatever form it might take, must be exterminated. And there can be no place for base ambitions. I know his tenets well, unlike our new acquaintance.
I gave a straight answer to a simple question, which, as I understand, was still more than you could do, Alfred.
Insolent, ignorant upstart. How dare you?
Edelthrad, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officers' deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
Oh, shit.
So, why are you here?
I might have to cut this stream short. I might have to go.
You are direct. I approve. But you will have to wait. My name is Theodora.
Yeah, shit. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm going to have to go. Fuck's sake. Sorry, I've just gotten a message about something, and it's something I need to actually go handle. I'm going to have to cut the stream short. That's unfortunate. Very sorry. I know I've only just started streaming again, but like, yeah. Yeah, no, sorry. I've just gotten it's a very important. I might resume streaming this tomorrow, maybe. I gotta go. Thanks for the understanding.